What are you offering people right now?
Ooh, that's an excellent question. That's an excellent question. So right now I have three main offerings. One is, and I don't have a name for it. I don't have a structure, but this is the one that when I talk to people, this is the one that I sell the most. It's a four meetings. I used to do them in one meeting, and maybe this is something that you can help me, because I honestly, I haven't spent enough time on my own stuff, on creating my own offers. I've been focusing mainly on my clients, and I've been releasing snippets of conversation like this just to add value, because I think in conversation like this one that you and I are having, it's so much great value that when people create upload a YouTube video or upload a Facebook video, they go with an agenda of selling. But here you and I are having a conversation, and we're talking about some real stuff that affects everyday businesses, your clients, my clients, me, yourself, something that we are walking to, and most likely people that are watching or listening this to our conversation. So that's why I love sharing these snippets like that. But circling back, the one that I'm working on right now. So there are three. Mm-hmm. One is the four meeting. Basically, in the first meeting we talk about goals. Second meeting we develop or come up with your content brainstorming session. The third meeting we work in your editorial calendar. And the fourth meeting we worked on your distribution channel, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, and how everything is going to work out. Basically, that plan that give you an idea, that give you between 3 months to a year out, depending on how efficient we are with the time of content, and a clear plan out, give you clarity and direction. Out of that one, the other one that I sell the most or people buy often is the content brainstorming session. We jump on a Zoom call like this one, and we create content. I ask them questions, and it's like, oh, I didn't know about this. Oh, I never thought about this. Or I said, oh, for example, it could be something simple like, what is that you do? And then they answer, and then they answer the typical way. And then I say, okay, Matthew, okay, I'm your ideal client. I'm Fred. How does that, what you answer, how does that help Fred? Then I help them rephrase that question in a different way, and they come up with better content. So that's the second package that I sell a lot. And I'm itching to put a name and put an offer out there just to say, okay, boom. But the one that I'm going to be pushing in the next couple of days, because I think a lot of people can benefit from, is basically the Facebook posting, where you and I jump into a Facebook Live every 2 weeks for 20 to 30 minutes. And then that's it. Your content, your Facebook content is done for the month. Every 2 weeks for 20 to 30 minutes, basically an hour a month. And we do a live every 2 weeks that is 20 to 30 minutes. And then we extract and share smaller clips on Facebook, one per day. We transcribe best performing. We put it on a blog post. Longer clips get uploaded on YouTube for searchability. And also an email gets sent. That's the one that I will be working on. But probably I will be niching it down just to start with, just to Facebook posting with the content creation. You need basically you as a client don't have to do anything. The Facebook Live gets scheduled, the graphic get done, the questions get monitored. You just show up, look pretty, talk whatever the contents are pre-arranged ahead of time, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. Questions from the audience get collected and get sent to you ahead of time. Or you can talk whatever you want to talk, and then after the live stream is done, you go on your merry way, and we do our thing in our end. Basically, that's the three things that we're selling right now. Every year we have that we plan the yearly marketing for all our clients. This is not something that we typically bring outside our clients, because it just takes a lot of time. Some clients we can do it in 1 day, some 2, and some takes the one we just finished is 3 days, planning the full 12 months of 2021 marketing promotions for that client. And content, that person went more. It went 2 promotion for paid product, 2 promotion for free resources, time off, a promotion, a promotion ramp up, 30-day ramp up for affiliate promotions. So that this client went all in for promotions for 2021.
Very nice. I love that third offer, especially. The other two are really important because people need to know their value, and sometimes they need someone like you to pull that value out of them. So I think that the first offer is fantastic in helping people with their content, but to come up on their own. But I think the thing that you do that is like magic is for you to capture through Zoom, kind of like what we're doing right now. You ask them questions, and now you've got all their social media for 2 weeks. I think you said that's fabulous. Like in something we're doing right now, you probably do months for me.
So I can, and that is in my to-do list, record. Look, I grabbed a 38-minute live stream the other day, and I extracted 16 clips. I did a 20-minute live stream, and I extracted 14 clips. The length is really, it's not a factor. I try to keep it between 20 to 30 minutes, but that's because of most busy people, most doctors, for example, or lawyers are hourly billed. So, when they're charging $200 an hour, giving you that hour for a podcast, sometimes they don't see the return on investment. So when I started, and this is a framework that I stumble upon. This is not something that I said, okay, boom, I'm going to do it every 2 weeks. No. Like an aggressive content marketer, I was telling the doctors, I was telling my client, we need to create content, weekly Facebook Live, weekly content. But I realized that some of these clients, they were getting burned out. So we start pushing it, to see and to see how often. Like we went from posting twice a day to posting once a day to see if that helped or decreased. We saw no, at least on Facebook, we didn't see a decrease on reach from posting 2 times to 1 time. However, posting 3 times a day, we did see an increase on engagement and reach as well. But you can post more. I think it's not industry specific, just like a simple Google search shows. You have to find your ideal and posting time and frequency time with each client. It just depends on the relationship you have with your audience, because you can post 10, 15 times a day and not burning them out. We have accounts that we post once a month and they get 80 shares every time we post. And we have other accounts that we post 10 times a day and it gets the same. So I don't think it really matters. I've been doing this long enough to not put things on a box. But this wasn't a content creation framework that we're going to create it out of our hat, or we're going to pull out of a hat, basically, which these clients were too busy. They were like, Angel, I'm getting burned out. So we were on a necessity to push it out. The sweet spot right now is to create, if we can create at least 10 pieces of content from every 2 weeks from a live stream that is 20 to 30 minutes long, we're winning, because we're posting Monday to Friday once a day. That's 10 pieces of content for 2 weeks. But on average, minimum, I've been pulling 14 pieces of content. So every week I have some left over. So even if I post once a day, Monday to Friday, I still have 4 left over, and for next week. And so for the third week, what we do is we look at best performing content, because the whole thing is something that I also preach is we can't be posting. We need to also look what is working and give them that again. And also actually give them that again. I believe that we need to reshare that piece of content before we even create a new one, even about the same topic or about adding something new. Like you really need to use previous content to see what worked, to see if your audience. So every 3 weeks or so, we reuse best performing content, and we put ads every week against best performing content. So it's a structured way. It's not a winged. The framework what we stumble upon, and it was a productivity time management framework that allows to create. It's a minimum viable framework, content marketing framework that allows to create enough content for 2 weeks with just 20 to 30 minutes every 2 weeks. So an hour a month max, it gives you enough time to create content for Facebook. And actually, most of the time, it gives you enough content to create content for Facebook, Instagram, your email, your blog posts, and YouTube, just with 1 hour of your time.
And what does that do for the client?
Okay, so mainly the strategy has been reaching more people, using Facebook to reach more people. That's been the number one strategy to reach and to discover what their loyal clients want. That was been the number one strategy. Then when we start moving, Instagram wasn't my choice. However, when I stumbled upon I discovered a new tool that allows me to measure my rankings based on hashtags. It changed the game for my clients, but I'm still not claiming or talking. You don't see me talking about Instagram online because it's not something that I feel that I'm a solid expert voice on that field, but it's making some changes. So Instagram is something that most clients, they just want Instagram, and even I try to talk them out of it sometimes, but they just want to have it. So Instagram, what I found is that if you use the right hashtag, you get discovered. So if you at least want to maximize the 30 hashtags, which are categories, people are discovering you based on the hashtag. So that's something that you want to monitor. Yes, there are plenty of strategies out there like the pod shares, and you can do shout outs. I play with shout outs and ads, of course, and that all works. But Instagram, I will say, is share between 2 to 3 times a day to increase your reach constantly. YouTube is to allow people that are searching to discover you when they're searching not only on YouTube but also on Google. And 9 times out of 10, these clips that you are extracting from a long video, it could be what is your 1, 2, 3 step for podcasting, Matthew? And that is exactly the perfect title. The 1, 2, 3 step for podcasting is very keyword driven. It was very organic. So the clip is beautiful for the intended purposes of providing value and converting that cold audience into a warm audience. So that is been working well. The transcription, what we're doing instead of creating content from scratch for the blog post, is that we grab the best performing post from either Facebook or YouTube and we transcribe it. And that way, from the transcription, we get a decent blog post that is helping, that is increasing the organic searches on Google every month. That's something we look for in the clients that we're doing that. And then, so we talked about Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. On the blog post, once we transcribe, what we do is we also grab the snippets, so paragraph, bullet points, sentences, quotes, one-liners, and we reuse them for social media. So now you start mixing the text and the videos and the screenshots from the live streams, and you have a full context. So it's not just video. At first, it might look like it's okay. The first Monday to Friday is video. For the second week, it might be a Monday text that it was a quote with a print screen and a video, and then we start mixing things up. But it's all coming from your brain. It's not like, okay, Angel, today we're going to say happy motivation on Monday because that's the right thing to do on Monday morning, or happy Friday because it's the right thing, or happy Thanksgiving because it's the right thing to do. No, we talk about, what matters to you, how you want people to see you as, what you stand for, what you stand against. And out of there, I just pull the most juicy golden nuggets and I give you a document that is say, okay, Matthew, Monday, this is going, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Thursday, Friday, and then next week, Monday, Tuesday, and you just, if you have a VA, you copy paste it. If we are scheduling that for you, then we just schedule that for you on social media. And then we just, every month, we look what worked, what didn't work, and what we're going to do next. I used to send a big PDF report, and now I minimize that, or I improve that service or that delivery to just a video and a month report. I still send the PDF, but I realized that people were not reading the PDF, and they were. So when I read you a PDF, you can watch it on your phone. It's like easier for you to what to. Okay, Matthew, this is what worked this week. The reach number went up, the engagement. This is what worked. This is what didn't work. This is what we're going to do next. How about books? Have you thought about doing books? Let's talk about books next time. So I try to introduce an innovation every month on that one as well on the monthly report. But that basically, in a nutshell, that's the one that I actually want to do more, because I truly believe it's a valuable service. It's going to give you some of your time back. It has to be done. You don't have to do it. That's one of those. Posting is one of those mundane, repetitive tasks that you have to do. Right. And what we're doing that I'm putting my unique spin is how I'm asking those questions. If we're doing them privately, but if we're doing live stream, which is the Facebook live stream, I think that's the best way, because Facebook is still pushing live streams or rewarding you for doing live streams. So I was sharing this with the realtor not too long, a couple of days ago. I found that 3 minutes is the sweet spot when you start in a live stream. I play with 10-minute timers, 1-minute timers, 2-minute timers. You know, the timers before you start the live stream. So, for example, if I will start a live stream at 11, right now I will, or if the live stream says it will start at 11 a.m., right now I will start the live stream at 10:57. And I will let Facebook push that. And that allows me to, I look at the reach immediately after, and what are the numbers immediately after the live stream. And I try to keep in the same immediately when it starts. I have those looking at in the back end in a different window just to see. And for what it's looking like right now, the best sweet spot is 3 minutes. So let's say that I'm creating a live stream for you. We have that calendar appointment. I schedule it. I'm on Facebook. I make sure the audio is good. I make sure everything is good. And I'm already starting at, let's say, at 10:57. And you log in via Skype. And, okay, Matthew, you look good today. Okay, I'm going to welcome you, and then I'm going to bring you. So I said, okay, good morning. How are you today, guys? Today we have Matthew in the window. I bring Matthew. Matthew, so what are we talking about today? And then I just push your screen. You go to town to talk. I don't say anything unless there are questions. Unless you say, hey, you are any question? Oh, yes, Matthew, there are a question. John asked, Papa, and I push it to the screen. I ask the question. And at the end, okay, thank you for your time. See you. And you're gone. And I don't see you until 2 weeks after that. And then your content gets pushed. But that is the way that you can create content coming from here. And because at the end of the day, Matthew, look at it this way. They're coming to visit you, and to capture, to learn from you your knowledge. If you are outsourcing your content creation to a content factory, then you're giving them information that is not from you. So they're not consuming you. The content needs to come from you no matter what. So the question is, what is the most efficient way for us to capture content in a way that you spend the least amount of time creating it, but also it helps you produce the least amount of mixed content, video, stills, and text. And right now, the most effective way that I found is those 20 to 30 minute Facebook live streams every 2 weeks.